I don't know how it is where you live, but around here the winters are long and cold, and sometimes I don't feel like leaving the house to get something green to put on my sandwich or in a salad. So here's some basic sprout instructions on how to run a sprouting system. You're going to need some sprouting seeds. These ones come from Amazon, but they can come from various places. For this demo, I'll just show it to you with sprouting seed lids, which are purpose-made and come from Amazon Prime, but I've seen them in PV Marts and Canadian Tires and places like that. These threads are meant to fit in a wide-mouth mason-type jar, so you may be able to pick one of those up at a thrift store. These particular jars came from Dollarama, and they were $1.50 each. I'll choose a couple of types of seeds and show how long it takes to do this. Okay, we got your organic mung beans. We'll just measure a tablespoon of mung beans into the jar. And that lid really doesn't have to come off until these are ready. We'll put a tablespoon of red clover seeds in this jar. Rinse them a couple of times. Cool water. And then we're going to set it aside. We're going to leave them sitting for 6 to 8 hours, 10 hours. Don't obsess over it. It'll work out just fine. We're not going to leave it in direct sunlight. After that time has passed, we're going to empty the water out. And it's just going to stay like that. And a couple of times a day, we're just going to rinse it. Realistically, I'd probably do this 3 or 4 times a day. You just give it a rinse and let it drain. That's what it looks like after a day, not a ton of sprouting action. This is around 48 hours. You can see those sprouts in there happening. These are the mung beans. These are the red clover. This is day 3. It's okay at this point, on day 3 at least, to put them in direct sunlight. At this point you're just growing small plants. This is 4 days. Those are the mung beans. This is the red clover. This is day 5. And this is 6 days from when we started. You can see that the mung beans were probably ready yesterday because they've sprouted leaves actually. Are the leaves safe to eat? Let's find out. Here's one with leaves. Sorry, tripped over this accordion. At this point you're pretty much done. You could be eating them from the jar while they're still sprouting on your windowsill. If you want to put them in the fridge, you're going to want to drain them for solid 12 hours just like this. And then you can put them in a bag with maybe a piece of paper towel to soak up moisture. And they'll store in your fridge for 3 to 5 days. And they'll still taste nice and fresh. If you don't like the texture because of the seeds that were unsprouted, I'll show you real quick how to get rid of the seeds. If you don't want the sprouts going into your drain and continuing to sprout while you're doing this process, you can put a piece of paper towel over your drain. It'll let the water slowly drain and it should catch the seeds. And then you can throw them in your garbage or your composting. Add water. As you add water, you'll see that you're getting seeds floating on top of the thing. So basically just dump them out without losing too many sprouts. So that's the floating seeds pretty much all taken care of. You're going to have some sinking seeds, so basically just take your sprouts out of the water carefully. If you're planning on refrigerating them, whether you dehusk them or not, leave them to drain for a solid 10-12 hours to get fairly dry before you put them in your fridge. Drier the better. So take a plastic bag. I like a piece of paper towel to soak up the whatever moisture is left, because moisture is what spoils these things in the fridge. So you can do this, stick them in a bag, squeeze the air out of the bag more or less, and you're done. But what's this? As an experiment, I threw together some stuff I had around the house using sprouting seeds still, but the rest of it's just found materials. Here's how that worked. I'm going to turn the plastic bag inside out because there is printing on one side of it, and you know. Difference in the look of it is because this wasn't put in the sun at the same time the other mung beans were, but it would end up just the same. So however you end up doing it, have fun with it.